And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Gungans, Droids, the Catimundi Coneheads, the Twi'leks, Torgrutas, whatever you might be, let me tell you something. Here today in my humble video gaming division abode, I got a massive W that I want to share with you guys. CG, first and foremost, apologized. Oh, they acknowledged our feedback. And thirdly, nah, you need to zoom in for this. They are actually making significant changes to the biggest F-up we had this month regarding the episodes, the eras, this whole track system they had. So come on in, make yourself at home. Grab a couple Java Juice while you're here, and let me show you what CG released to us today. Hopefully this makes your weekend just a little bit better, because let me tell you, there's a part of me that, just I've been playing this game for a minute. A minute, might be a little bit of an understatement. At least this newer generation of CG the past couple years, it's not really a studio that I feel like really acknowledges feedback. They're way more data driven, which could be fine, but there's also an emotional aspect, a community aspect to this game as well, not just data specifically. Plain and simple, whatever, besides data, and they address the data here, it just did not feel good with this whole new episode system that we had. First and foremost, we talked about this quite extensively, but I think the biggest thing that drove people up the walls is the feat system that changed in Galactic Challenge, where not even talk about the bad challenges they picked for this new system. Bad idea to pick some of the worst ones for this new generation stuff, but not having a feat completed when you just simply completed the battle, which we've had for years. They took away something that was free to play accessible, just player friendly, and they made this kind of a mess. Well, they even apologized for that, people. Apologize. That is something I don't see from this newer generation CG. The original devs, I always felt that they were way more apologetic. They kind of addressed community feedback a bit more appropriately back in the day. And but this kind of surprised me. They're doing something and they apologize. You know what, people? That's a massive W in my book. Let's show you what they have cooking here. We're excited to share some upcoming changes to episodes that will be arriving in a pre-holiday update. So as you guys may know, we are kind of getting close to the end of this current episode track. We have another 10 days here, and I guess if you care, here's where my free-to-play account is compared to the pay-to-play. I have been sitting at the max level for quite a few days now, and this is also considering the fact that they gave us 28,000 currency to kind of fast forward us a little bit. I haven't done my dailies yet and all that, so I could be up a little bit more, but let's just say I'm at 35 in the episode track version that we paid for, almost at the finish line here. But anyways, just kind of been doing a before and after comparison here. Here's what they have to say. First off, thank you for your feedback. Wow. I mean, I want to say this. We give them lots of feedback, but I feel like they care more about the data, which, there's good things about listening to data, but also there's something about a gut check, seeing the community reaction, and they're seeing a combination between us whiny gamers out there and the data themselves. After reviewing the feedback from us, as well as analyzing the data on the initial release of eras, and they have some improvements, they should say, we want to make better for your experience. So here we go. What's going to be changing in episode 2? So again, we have another 10 days or so for episode 1. First and foremost, wow, they really took this one to heart. Increased episode currency cap. The maximum episode currency cap will be raised from 30,000 to 100,000. Wow, okay. They took that one to heart here. However, the currency cap was, yes, one leg of a variety of issues. I think this is more of an issue for people that would buy the episode pass, because in my experience, if you're not buying the episode pass, I wasn't really finding myself swimming in episode currency, doing everything free to play, except recently when they gave us a ton of episode shipment currency, I'm actually doing pretty well. The problem was, one, yes, the cap, because we only get the refreshes once a week, but secondly, there really wasn't a lot of good stuff to really buy that was valuable. A lot of the stuff in here is quite expensive, and even on my account that I bought the pass for to do the side-by-side comparison, I find myself after Omicron just buying random stuff that I don't need just so I don't hit the cap. So they're addressing this in a few directions. First and foremost, they're upping that cap to 30,000 to 100,000. Okay, they got some other stuff they're gonna be doing to the shipments, but they're kind of breaking up some other stuff in between. Episode track changes. The first 4 milestones on the episode track will have the amount required episode points reduced by the following. Milestone 1 requires 1,000 EP. Milestone 2 requires 2,000, Milestone 3, 3,000, Milestone 4, 4,000, and all their milestones continue to require 5,000 EP as before. So what does that actually look like? So we go check out the shipment, or not the shipment, just where we're at right now. They're trying to get you through these first 4 tiers a lot faster. So you get your currency faster, assuming that it's gonna be the same exact track. They're just trying to expedite things a lot quicker for y'all. And if you're buying the pass, same deal. They're gonna try to expedite you a little bit quicker. So, all right, to make it the beginning feel a little bit nicer. Okay, well, here's what we have here. Moving forward here. I can't remember, did I say it's being reduced by 1,000? Let me just correct in case, Gary, can you check the transcript? Okay, you're not very helpful. Anyways, Milestone 1 requires 1,000, Milestone 2 requires 2,000, Milestone 3, 3,000, and Milestone 4, 4,000. Everything else is 5,000 there and out. Cool! But now we have the quest changes. Now, they recently did some minor tweaks, but we're getting some more stuff. Recurring episode quests have shifted in the schedule based on player feedback. For example, yeah, there was a little wonkiness of timing some of this stuff out. I mean, it wasn't like the end of the world. Like, I still got them done. It just kind of felt a little weird. Like, I kind of wanted to do it now, or, you know, but that's like, well, I couldn't. It was, wish it was the other day. Again, it wasn't the end of the world. Again, I'm still doing pretty much everything. This is the one that just came up today. I'm pretty much staying on top of it still, except the pay-to-play ones here. But anyways, for example, the quest to complete 5 Galactic Challenge feats will now appear the day before a new GC starts. Wow, okay. Instead of the same day, letting players who complete the GC immediately when it starts complete the episode quest without having to wait 3 to 4 days for another GC to start. Again, yes, people can still get it done. There's got to be a feel-good thing. At the end of the day, it's a game we're playing. The game's got to feel good to play. You know, you can show them all the spreadsheets and all the other stuff, but if the game doesn't feel good to play, it just makes the process of enjoying the game a lot more annoying. And they give us another example. Another example is that quest to earn 10 key cards in Conquest will appear on the day Conquest starts instead of the second day. Wow. So you maniacs who reach red box on day 1 won't have to eke out a few more key cards on day 2. And then the recent change increasing EP reward from 300 to 350 for each daily quest will also persist in episode 2. Now, this is the recent change that they did. So again, trying to incrementally get you through these milestones a little bit faster. And then the shipment adjustment. This is a big deal, because right now I feel like it takes a lot more effort to just try to stay on par to where we were before this whole episode system. And gosh forbid, I mean, you have a week to check the shipment, so, you know, but, you know, I'm assuming there's gonna be some people that like, gosh, shoot, forgot to check the shipment. You know, it's kind of new, or, you know, life gets busy, forget about it. It was a lot easier before. It was kind of like play and forget, and then you just get the rewards later on. But they're also, we weren't really getting ahead in many metrics in the new shipment. Well, now you could get ahead if you want to. They're giving us more things to spend the currency on. 2 new shipments will be added to the episode shipment tab. 1 additional shipment containing 2 more Omicron materials. So now what that means, if you guys remember, I did a bunch of spreadsheet analysis stuff. If you were just going to complete the track, the free track, and do everything you can, and then you kind of grab the Omicrons from the shipment every single time it refreshed, you were basically just breaking even. You weren't really getting ahead on Omicrons unless you bought the Pass Plus, whatever it's called, that includes Omicrons on the track. But even so, you weren't getting ahead in the shipment itself compared to the system we had before. Now we are going to be able to have a leg up and actually move a little bit further in the Omicron game than we were before. But again, you got to make sure you're able to get the currency, because again, aside from the recent boost of currency we got, I found myself on this free-to-play account just barely before the weekend picking up my Omicrons and the Chirotech. But speaking of Chirotech, they have something to tell us about Chirotech here. They're also going to be adding 1 additional shipment containing 16 more micro attenuators, aka mod reroll materials. That was really the only other thing that I actually kind of liked from the shipment, besides just making sure I stay on track of my Omicrons, and that was really it. I actually do pick up the mod slicing materials. I feel like, you know, a lot of these are fine, but again, I feel like I was kind of forced to buy stuff. So yeah, that's cool. All right, nice. But check this out. The existing Chirotech salvage shipments will provide 10 pieces of salvage instead of 2. However, there will be a corresponding price increase. So what this means now, again, we did a little spreadsheet analysis. If you have the currency available, I'm hoping, I'm a bit worried how the math's gonna work out. I haven't done the napkin math yet. I'm worried that if you're someone that, just based off my experience, if you're not buying the pass, you're just barely keeping up with the Omicrons, you know, hopefully you still have the budget to pick up the Chirotech as well. But let's just assume you have enough currency to, you know, to get into the bank for yourself on a weekly basis. We should be able to get ahead on Chirotech now. That's a big boost right there. 10 pieces of salvage instead of just 2. Nice. Nice. So again, it feels good, right? Assuming you'll be able to purchase it. And that was one of the issues as well. Like, can you get enough currency in the week for free? And furthermore, updated character shards. Character shards will be updated to focus on characters that will be helpful in the current and future episodes. So here we see kind of a little glimmer. It's what we know what's coming next year. We know there's gonna be a bunch of Bad Batch season 3 around the corner. So episode 2 characters, you know, a bunch of Bad Batch stuff. Fulcrum Town Ahsoka, Saw Gerrera, Night Sister Zombie, Ezra, Bridge of Shenanigans. The one thing that's still kind of annoying is the character shards themselves. If you remember all the math we broke down, the biggest drawback with this new system, you know, again, it kind of depends. You know, you either looked at it as extra shard shop currency or you found it helpful where you just kind of accidentally, inadvertently built up these characters to higher stars without really thinking about it by just playing the Galactic challenges. The biggest drawback has been character shards. You know, you're going to everyone's going to fall way behind on character shards unless you go out of your way to pick them up. But, you know, you might, well, now I feel like at least there's a better choice. Like, hey, you know, maybe I won't pick up Second Sister, but you know what I want? I want 10 Kyrotech. I want an extra couple Omicron. So now they're at least giving you ways to get ahead in others. But still, I haven't seen anything that would address the character shards that, you know, that was the biggest detriment. And also they took away credits and they're flooding us with credits in other regards. So I'm not going to make a big stink out of it, but, you know, it's still important to put out there. And then this, the crown jewel. You can see there's a lot of words, and generally more words equals more better, as I like to say. First and foremost, this right here blew my mind. I can't believe it. Galactic challenge adjustments. The complete the battle feat will return the Galactic challenges. And GCs will have 5 feats from now on instead of the 4. And they even had the Melu runs to say this. They could have easily just, you know, just went on to the next point. Like, you know, fine, okay, we'll put it back. No. Instead, they said removing it was definitely something we misjudged. What? No way. And we apologize to players who felt left out of GC content in the meantime. Well, wowza. Okay, so to be clear, you're still going to be seeing, unfortunately, that mental roadblock that's, again, annoying to look at, where before it was, I don't know what the right word is, it just satisfied your mental satisfaction that you had perfect, you got everything done. That's still gonna, you're still gonna have the new marquee feat from the way it reads, and also the episode pass thing. That's still gonna be in your way, but at least they're giving you back complete the Galactic challenge. I mean, that was like the stupidest thing out of everything they did at this update. They're bringing it back and they apologize, which is a very rare occurrence. Again, for those that are newer to the game, way back in the original studio, they would apologize for things that, you know, didn't like sit with the community, like the first rollout of mods and even the slightest inconveniences, like a small like hiccup in the server that everyone just got crystals. If they did that now, they'd probably go broke because we would get crystals every single day and more. So they stopped doing that really, unless for some extreme circumstances, kind of like recently. While we recently adjusted the EP rewards in our GC feats, they will change again to accommodate 5 different feats and make the math towards reaching the end of the episode track easier for all players. And now we're going to have 3 feats, 3 types of feats that will reward 300 EP. Complete the battle with the full squad of a specific, complete the battle with the full squad of a specific faction, complete the battle while accomplishing something specific in the combat. And then you're going to have 2 types of feats that will reward 450 EP, so giving that extra value to those who spent on the pass, which they're already getting a ton of value. Again, I don't need to bring this up many times. If you were someone that wants to spend some small amount of money a month, the episode pass plus, whatever they call this thing here, it's got the value, the in-game value. Let me be clear. It's got the in-game value to support it. Omicron, Zetas, a lot of Kyrotech, extra episode currency, which will make more sense. But you complete the battle with the recent marquee character, boom. Same as before. Complete the battle with an active episode pass, boom. Same as before. But hopefully now to complete the battle at the minimum, things will be a little bit better. But again, I want to make it clear, you're still not going to have that mental satisfaction with Galactic Challenge that you completed everything. It's, you know, it's satisfying. You're playing a game. You want to be the best. You want to kind of achieve everything. Well, there's still going to be a paywall. It's a paywall, plain and simple, in its most verbal form. And then these EP rewards will be consistent across all tiers of the GC, making EP more front-loaded across all GC tiers and easier for players to earn. And then a free-to-play player who completes their available feats in any tier will now always earn more EP than when they had completed that same tier before. And then furthermore, as episode 2 will have no marquee unit releases, the feat to complete the battle with a recent marquee character will be replaced by an additional in-combat feat for each DC of the episode. Therefore, G Season Episode 2 will have 4 feats that reward 300 EP and 1 that rewards 400 for the EP. And this will be the expected format for any G Season has not had featured marquees within the previous 2 weeks. Again, we appreciate all your feedback, so please keep it coming. And there's a little bonus here. Update! What will you replace the new marquee shards with on the episode pass for episode 2? So again, we got pretty much the last character of 2024, Harrison Syndulla, and last marquee character. I'm assuming we're waiting for Galactic Legend of Ahsoka, but the last marquee, Harrison Syndulla, General Syndulla, and now we're going to be entering the episode 2 pass, but there's going to be no new characters during that time period while they go kind of take a break during the vacation, holiday break. For the episode, this episode will have 20 shards each of Night Trooper, Death Trooper Pridia, and Captain Enoch. So 60 shards of those guys. So, listen, I'm a fan of the team. They're needed for Galactic Legend of Ahsoka, and if you're buying the pass, it's just more stuff to give to you. We have arranged some Zimbital cards and impulse detectors and all of the heat sinks. No heat sinks, I just had to say the lyric, to accommodate the above. But the total amount of those 2 items will remain the same. People, this is good stuff here. I mean, there's still other problems going on in the game. I'm not forgetting that. Obviously, they still have not acknowledged the feedback for the site. Big problem. I'm really getting mad about that. The hair is still kind of bugged. Yeah, I'm sure we can point out a lot of other issues. Leviathan's been not fun still to deal with out there, but you know what? We gotta look at this game as individual battles, and this right here, I feel like is a good step in the right direction. So we'll see these updates come through. It seems like on paper, this is gonna solve a lot of our concerns that we had with this episode pass, but you know what? Time will tell. The update will be here shortly, and from there on out, we'll know if this is good for the game. But you know what's even better than good? Being great. And what's even more important is how, when you're hanging out with me, it really makes me want to say how it's great to be in the Empire today. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch you later. See ya! Oh, it's great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.